Welcome to the Information for Trade in Kenya portal, InfoTrade Kenya, Kenya's one-stop shop for information on trade, a system developed by KenTrade network agency, KenTrade, with the support from Trademark East Africa, USAID, UNCTAD, and the ITC. The core of the InfoTrade Kenya system is the database on foreign trade procedures. Procedures are presented in a step-by-step format from the user's point of view, not from the point of view of the institutions. For example, a trader wishing to export coffee will select export and coffee. If they want to import medical products, they'll select import and medical products. Let's say I want to export fruits and vegetables. I select export, then fruits and vegetables. The system shows the preliminary registrations and licenses and certificates which are issued by government agencies that regulate the commodity, the permits I must obtain per consignment, and the clearance process. And for each, I can see the associated procedures, but I also have the option to see the full procedural view. This is for first-time traders. All the steps that are necessary to export the fruits and vegetables. To access the procedure, I select the entry or exit point. For example, in this case, I will select the port of Mombasa. This is what I'm interested in. I see that I have to go through 49 steps. First, I have to obtain a farm inspection report, 2 steps. Packhouse inspection report, 2 steps. Export license, 4 steps. Then I have to register as an exporter, 11 steps. Do my pre-clearance documentation, 2 steps. And then the clearance process involving the government agencies that regulate the commodity, 25 steps. Obtain past clearance entry, 3 steps. KEFIS release, 5 steps. Port health release, 8 steps. KRA release, 10 steps. KPA release, 1. And finally, obtain an export certificate, just 1 step. Altogether, 49 steps. In addition to the list of steps, I see a summary of the procedure. There are 14 institutions involved. I will get 5 different results. For example, the certificate of export, and for this, I'll have to give 39 forms and documents, such as the company PIN certificate, that I'll have to give 3 times, in step 18, 20, and 30. I can see the cost of the operation. It will of course depend on the value of my consignment, among other related costs. I see the total duration from 21 to 52 days, and I'm given access to all laws and regulations that justify this procedure and its contents. This already gives me a good idea of the procedure, but if I want more detail, I can go step by step. For example, step 13, I see where I have to go. The entity in charge, the unit in charge, the person in charge. Then what they will give me, the result of the step, inspection feedback, all the requirements, the time it'll take, a maximum of 5 hours to carry out the audit, and a maximum of 3 days until the next step. Apparently, this step is free, so no cost is indicated. I see a list of regulations that justify this step, and the person I can complain to in case I have a problem with this step. This is generally the manager of the entity in charge of the step. I can also report problems online and even suggest a simplification. Those messages go to KenTrade network agency, KenTrade. The information is the same for all the steps. I see that some steps can be undertaken online. They are flagged with an orange globe. I can apply for the phytosanitary certificate online by clicking the Apply Online button. One of the most important features of the trade portal system is that any institution involved in regulating or promoting trade can embed the procedures database onto their own website within a few minutes. For example, on the AFA Tea Directorate website, under our Services tab, in the Export Tea Guidelines section, you will find the same information as on the InfoTrade Kenya portal on the export of tea. The system also shows statistics on trade procedures, embedding data from the International Trade Center. The Observatory of Economic Complexity shows data on goods exported and imported, including destination and original markets. The information for Trade in Kenya portal will be constantly updated to reflect changes in regulations. New modules will be progressively added to the portal, such as searchable tariff database, information market requirements added, and other key facilitation tools developed under the auspices of the Kenya Trade Network Agency, KenTrade.